Finally got attractive in my late 30s, and I absolutely hate it. Hey everyone, I really need to get this off my chest, and apologies if it comes off as a ramble. Using a throwaway because I hate this. I'm a 36-year-old guy, and for most of my life, I was never considered attractive by the opposite sex. But now, in my mid-30s, something has changed. All of a sudden, I'm getting attention from women, going on dates, and, honestly, I hate it. I can't shake the feeling that this attention isn't genuine, like it's all out of desperation rather than real interest. A bit of background. I'm a Middle Eastern guy, introverted, with hobbies like video games and cycling. During high school and undergrad, I mostly hung out with guys and had almost zero interaction with women unless it was school-related. I was shy, and while I heard that some girls might have been interested, nothing ever came of it. In university, Europe, it was more or less the same story. I tried joining clubs and group activities, but I never really bonded with anyone, especially women. My interactions always felt polite but transactional, and when I tried hitting the club scene with friends, I was completely invisible. Dating was non-existent for me until I met someone during grad school. We dated for 3 to 4 years, but she was, for lack of a better word, average. There was nothing special about our relationship, and it didn't last. Things got worse in my late 20s when I moved to a different country, Canada. The dating scene was brutal, and as a non-native English speaker with a less-than-bubbly personality, I felt I had no chance. I tried everything to build a social circle, hanging out with coworkers, joining sports classes, meetups, going to events, but nothing clicked. Out of desperation, I started dating a single mother, but I knew and made it understood from the start that it wasn't serious. I had no interest in getting into a relationship with someone who had so much baggage. Despite this, we continued seeing each other because of physical needs, which made me feel even worse about myself and for her. Then, during COVID, my life changed. I landed a high-paying tech job, got into great shape by hitting the gym regularly, but socially, I completely isolated myself. Even decided to cut off the small group of friends, mostly acquaintances, that I had and focused more on my hobbies and making money. Now, in my mid-30s, I'm suddenly getting a lot of attention from women, mostly in their 30s and some even younger. Even on dating app where to my knowledge a lot of people don't get matches, I'm doing just fine. At first, I enjoyed it, went on dates, slept around, but then it hit me, this isn't something to celebrate. It feels like now that I have a stable job, my own place in an expensive area, and I'm more physically appealing, women who wouldn't have glanced at me before are suddenly interested. It's hard not to feel skeptical. I despise the red pill and black pill mentality, but it's difficult not to question this newfound attractiveness. If I had met someone I was genuinely attracted to, personality and looks, in my younger years, we could have built something together. Now, it feels unfair to settle down with someone unless they bring something equal to the table. Plus, as I get older, the dating field seems to be tipping in my favor. Women's biological clocks are ticking, while mine isn't, and for the first time, I feel like I have the upper hand in dating. I understand this sounds petty, but the girls would need to wow me in order to move forwards. It makes me wonder why I should entertain women who are desperate to settle down and start a family. I feel like I'm unintentionally taking out my past experiences on women who had nothing to do with them. At this point, I noticed I'm not in the right mindset and decided to take a break and seek help. I've been seeing a therapist for a couple of months to make sense of these feelings. Here's what I've learned. 1. I wasn't owed the attention I lacked when I was younger. 2. My past experiences are valid, and I don't have to justify my grievances. 3. I might have had undiagnosed issues that prevented me from bonding earlier, still working on this. 4. I need to forgive myself and others to move forward. 5. I can choose to cultivate this resentment, but it will only postpone the happiness I might find. This all makes sense, but it's still hard to shake off these feelings. I'm struggling, and I guess I'm reaching out to see if anyone else has had a similar experience. How did you overcome these negative thoughts and move forward?